It's Coffee Talk on FM 94.7 and AM 1450, KBKW. And time now for the Insider Report with Everett Hughes. Good morning, Everett.
Doug, how are you doing today?
I'm not doing bad. Of course, you got the conventions going now and all that other stuff, and it's politics.
Well, I'm not even watching either of them.
I'm going to try and avoid it. I like the debates, but these conventions, too much glad handing and that sort of thing.
Well, you know, I was involved in Republican Party politics for a few years, but I haven't been even. I still vote. I advocate voting. You should do it, but I haven't been partisanly involved in anything since 2003, and because the issues are such that neither party has all of the right ones. And that's just kind of where I'm at this point in my life. Neither party has all of the right ones.
Yeah, so you have to stand back and get a long look at everything to really see what's going on.
Well, yes. Yeah. And which brings me to a couple of things, and this is about as political as I care to get on the Insider Report. Okay. Because, as I've said a lot of times before, we don't have a Republican or a Democrat tax law. Because both parties and both presidents and Congresses of different makeups have written all of them. Mm. But there's a couple of issues that I think would be good for the economy because we need a couple things done. Now, one of them, I don't ever see that it will ever happen, but I think it should happen because the agency I'm going to mention, the Constitution does not allow it to do what it's been doing, and that would be the Federal Reserve Board. It should be audited. The Government Accounting Office should audit the Federal Reserve Board and tell the American people just exactly where this $6 to $7 trillion has gone, how's it been used, who's gotten it, but they just keep printing money. And the amazing thing is, when you go to the Constitution of the United States of America, Doug, only Congress is empowered to print money.
Not anymore.
And the Federal Reserve Board, as you've heard from other guests you've had on, is not even it's a separate agency. It's not subordinate to government. It's not controlled by the government. It's just its own separate thing.
Sounds like the CIA for money.
Well, you know what? I'm thinking that's not a bad analogy, but I think that if there's a move to audit the Federal Reserve Board, but now you've heard that's what happened to Kennedy. He didn't like the Federal Reserve Board either. But now there's another issue. And this is just amazing to me as we say we're trying to fix our economy and get things going again. We don't have a budget passed. And I'm sure you know about this.
Oh, yeah. It's 2 years we haven't had a budget?
It's stuck in the Senate. The House passed it over 2 years ago, and it's stuck in the Senate. And for whatever reason, now we could start bickering partisan-wise, which is just not the point of the Insider Report, but I do believe that there needs to be letters written to your federal senators, both of them, saying, hey, Patty Murray, Maria Cantwell, get us a budget. At least get us a budget so we can start working towards what's going on, because just in business, I'm just still doing taxes, still trying to keep people on top of things, but right now, things are just not solidified enough for the real recovery to start happening, in my opinion. And not having a budget is a major contributing factor to the fact that nothing's moving correctly.
But my feeling is if when things are gridlocked like that, it's up to the president to move it. That's his job, to put the whip to the Congress, and so we'll see what happens.
Well, he needs to be whipping the Congress, or the next one will.
Yep, that's how it'll go. Well, we're out of time now, but I think you made some good points there.
And that's about as political as I can get, Doug, but we'll see you soon.
All right, sounds good. That's Insider Reports with Everett Hughes, and we'll do it again next Wednesday right here on Coffee Talk.